I'm about to show you why 8 out of 10 realtors can't break $100,000, even in the hottest market in America. And if you manage social media for realtors, this is your problem too. Because when your client can't make money, guess who gets fired first? You. But this video is not just about realtors. It's about how to think like a strategist, how to walk into any client's business and instantly see where the money is leaking. Let's get into it. My name is Marina Vaskina. I've spent 20 years in marketing, from launching phones for Samsung to growing a fashion brand to 7 figures online. I've seen what works and what doesn't. Now I train social media managers to think like a strategic marketers. And this breakdown is the exact process I use to diagnose any client's business in minutes. Let's take Miami real estate as an example, and let's do the math on Miami real estate. Median home price is $600,000. Commission at 3%, so it's $18,000. After the brokerage split, let's say 50-50, that realtor should walk away with $9K. One deal a month, so times 12, that's $108 a year. That's the minimum to make a decent living in a city like Miami. One deal a month. And 8 out of 10 realtors can't even do that. In one of the most expensive real estate markets in America. Why? But before I show you the mistakes, you need to understand the market. As a social media manager, before you start designing a content strategy, you need to look at the big picture, at what is going on in the market. So first, the competition is insane in Miami. There are more realtors than palm trees. And I'm not joking, really. Everyone and their cousin has a real estate license. Second, the visual standard is through the roof. Every realtor shooting reels from helicopters, posing with Lamborghini, wearing designer suits. And here is the problem. This content doesn't sell expertise anymore. It sells fake it till you make it energy. And in 2025, this triggers skepticism, not trust. And third, and it's a big one, the Miami market right now is complicated. It's a buyer's market with pressure to sell high, insurance crisis, new condo inspection laws. Buyers are stressed about HOA fees. But what are realtors posting? Sunny Miami vibes, beach sunsets? So there is a massive disconnect between what buyers actually worry about and what realtors are putting out there. So if you're just a realtor in Miami with pretty pictures and videos, your marketing is completely disconnected from the market. Now let me show you the critical mistakes most realtors do when they create content. And by the way, this applies way beyond real estate. If you're watching this and thinking, I don't work with realtors, just stay with me, because this is about how you think. The first mistake is what I call total failure at segmentation. About 90% of marketing mistakes happen right here, when we choose who we're actually building the strategy for and where the real money is. Everyone talks about niching down, but almost no SMM actually knows how to do it properly. Here is what I see. About 90% of realtors pick their niche based on location. I work in Brickell, I cover Coral Gables, and then they work with literally everyone who wants to buy or sell in that area. But that's not segmentation. That's just geography. Or they say luxury versus regular, like it's sometimes even worse, buyers and sellers. But that's not a niche. That's literally the entire market. Weak segmentation equals blurry strategy. You try to speak to everyone and you end up hitting no one. Now, if you actually look at Miami real estate through proper segments, you will see totally different groups. International investors, it's Latin America, Europe, people parking money in United States assets. It's local investors, different needs, different language. Relocators from other states like California, New York, Texas, they're terrified of getting screwed in a city they don't know. Families with kids, schools, safety, completely different priorities. Single professionals, lifestyle, commute, building amenities. ultra high net worth buyers, of course, privacy, discretion, off-market deals. 6 segments, 6 different fears, 6 different reasons to trust you, 6 different content strategies. And I cover Brickell addresses none of them. So when you look at typical realtor content, just listed beautiful 3-bedroom in Brickell, just think, how exactly does this help me, an investor from California, choose a realtor? I want numbers, tax details, exit scenarios, management structure. That is a completely different positioning, strategy, and content. And those villa walkthrough videos, here is the uncomfortable truth. Your villa tours are watched by people who can't afford those villas. You're creating free content for dreamers. It looks productive, it feels like work, but does it convert? I don't think so. And here's the thing, it's not just about picking a segment randomly. Strategic SMM always asks, which segment has the most money? Where can this realtor actually win and why? Where is competition weaker? Where is the cheapest traffic? That's the strategy, not just pick a niche. And here's what opens up when you actually do the segmentation work. You start to see that customers are not just buyers. They are at completely different stages in their purchasing journey. At level 1, they're just thinking about buying property, researching, comparing markets, maybe Miami, maybe Austin, maybe they stay where they are, not ready yet. At level 2, they're almost ready to buy. They're comparing specific options, getting serious, starting to look at neighborhoods. At level 3, they're ready to purchase, actively looking, need an agent now. And most realtor content only speaks to level 3. That's maybe just 5% of the audience. If you don't know what stage your clients are at, you don't know what's happening in their heads at each stage, and you don't know how to move them from one stage to the next with your content. And you're just posting for the sake of posting. You're not building a funnel with your content. This brings us to the second critical mistake. But first, answer this question for yourself. What product do realtors actually sell? Think about it. And if you said homes or properties, I want you to reconsider. Let me ask you something else. What do lawyers sell? Lawyers are public. Google has all of them for free. But you still hire a lawyer. Why? Because you're not paying for access to information. You're paying for someone who knows which law applies to you, who will fight for you, who will catch what you would miss. Same thing with realtors. Listings are on Zillow, free, searchable, better photos than most realtors take. But if realtors sold properties, no one would need them. Realtors sell protection. Don't let me overpay, catch problems I would miss, fight for my side, make this not a nightmare, save me money. The house is on Zillow. You, the realtor, are the product. Your content should sell you as the expert. Now look at this typical realtor content honestly. Beautiful home photos, videos, just sold, just listed. Does any of these show they will protect your interests? And here is another one. Someone told realtors they need to build trust through content. So apparently trust equals photos of their kids and family. Be honest with me. Do you actually need to see someone's kids to decide if you will work with them? I don't care that you have cute kids. I care that you will protect me from a $500,000 mistake. See how it all connects? If you don't understand segments, you don't understand your product, and you don't understand what content actually gets leads. It's a chain. Fix them in order or you will stay stuck forever. And one more thing. Someone told SMMs to post educational content and tips. Use content pillars, they say. Okay, now imagine every realtor starts posting tips and advice. How do you choose between them? Tips make you useful, but they don't make you the only choice. Strategy does. Everything I just showed you, that's maybe 5% of what a real marketing strategy looks like. Segmentation, positioning, client journey, content strategy, funnel, conversion, it all has to work together. And this is what separates an SMM who gets paid $500 a month from one who charges $5,000. The expensive SMM doesn't just post content. They see where the money is. They instantly spot why a client is leaving revenue on the table. They build content strategies that actually convert and sell with every piece. If you want to learn how to think like a strategic marketer, upgrade your marketing skills, and learn how to create a real strategy that works, I'm opening a limited spot program with individual feedback on your real-life strategy. Join the waitlist. Link is in the description. If this video opened your eyes, hit like, subscribe to The Unfireable Marketer, and tell me in the comments what mistake have you seen in your clients that suddenly makes more sense now. See you in the next video.